Viva. You might have seen this logo on clothing, magazines, films, billboards. Or maybe you've heard their music sung by adults, students, and young children. You might have even had their coffee. So what is VIVE? It seems that this church started in a little living room of a couple in California. 10 years ago, Adam and Kira Smallcombe sold all they had and moved from Newcastle, Australia, with their 3 young children, daring to believe that they had the call of God in their lives to reach the Silicon Valley. They began with what they called preview services, here in this theater space that they rented from the Jewish Community Center. Gatherings started small, with a few people. Within a few months, around 200 people were calling VIVE their home church. VIVE grew into 10 locations in just 9 years. After launching 4 locations in Palo Alto, San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland, they extended across the globe to Rome. 5 locations in 5 years. And they didn't stop there. Over the course of a single year, they launched 5 new locations: South Valley, Honolulu, Chicago, Austin, and the second in Italy, Milan. Throughout the last decade, VIVE has moved in faith for impressive goals and partnerships. Streaming online services partnering with RIP Medical Debt to eradicate almost $20 million in medical debt, producing films, music videos, books, and conferences, launching a fully accredited college. In the midst of these pivotal launches, the people of VIVE have been experiencing miracles, great and small. There are stories of marriages, people being healed, business being launched, couples becoming pregnant, and families in the VIVE community purchasing homes. Story after story of a community advancing God's kingdom and being blessed by God in immeasurable ways. Even through a global pandemic, VIVE Church gathered on Sundays. Perhaps the greatest turning point for VIVE Church has occurred just this past week in their new location in Mountain View, their first permanent building. The story of how they acquired the building is a miracle of its own, as VIVE Church raised $6 million in 45 days for this 80,000 square foot property. Over 700 households across the globe sacrificed to contribute, including young children making cookies and couples sacrificing savings for homes they have been believing for. As soon as they obtained the keys in July, volunteers put their hands to demolishing and then reestablishing the interior. After 6 weeks of rapid-paced renovations, the building was filled with people from all VIVE locations for their annual Amen conference. What started as a vision in the hearts of Adam and Kira Smallcombe in Newcastle, Australia, has grown into an undeniable, globally connected church. Because of their willingness to step out in faith, many more have found the honor of being a part of something bigger and greater than themselves. So, what is VIVE Church? From our estimation, it's a hidden movement that just can't remain hidden any longer. A decade under their belt, but just getting started.